Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Rome Remastered Historical Battle Walkthrough. In today's episode, we are playing the second historical battle, the Siege of Sparta. We are playing as the Seleucid Empire, representing Epirus. We are facing off against the Greek cities, two of their armies actually. Now, they are representing the Spartan forces. May the best general win.
King Pyrrhus's life is an epic tale of his rise to power, of tragic loss and outrageous misfortune. So much so that his name gives us the saying, Pyrrhic victory. He won a victory against Rome in 279 BC, but at an enormous, almost crippling cost. That was 7 years ago. Now Pyrrhus has raised a mighty army to take Greece, and after some early success, he heads to the city of Sparta, the home of the heroes of Thermopylae. Word has reached Pyrrhus that Sparta is ill-defended. King Pyrrhus of Sparta and many of his best warriors are away fighting in Crete, and only a small force is present. What better time is there to attack? A city with most of its army away on campaign is an easy target. Little does Pyrrhus know, but even a handful of Spartan youths and Helot slaves can put up a heroic struggle. And what is more, reinforcements are on their way. Pyrrhus must take the city now, and take it quickly.
Alright, let's show the Spartans who will be the hero of this battle. The first thing I'm going to do is just a personal preference of organizing the unit cards in such a way that in the middle of a battle, it's easier for me to locate the units and give them orders that I really want them to carry out. Now, this strategy that I'm going to use in today's battle is a very cheesy strategy. What we do is we have our pikemen just bait the enemy soldiers into a trap. We have them stand straight like this to encourage combat, and then we just flank them. Like that, very simple. Now what I'm going to do is on both sides, left and right, I'm going to have a few skirmisher units to weaken out the Spartan hoplites as they're approaching. So our pikemen have fewer boys to kill. Now I'm going to do this on the left and right side. There's no real need to do this in the middle because the AI sends, yes, they do send a few units into the middle to try and hit us, but the majority of their forces, once they see that we are on the road here, they go left and right on along the path, so it's not really too worrying if they go down the middle. Now what we have to keep in mind is that they never go this way. They send a few units through the middle. The majority of their forces go left and right, down along through the middle, but we also have to remember that they have reinforcements coming. Now, I'm not too worried about the reinforcements arriving. Because of how cheesy this strategy is, we will easily take them out, no matter how many soldiers they have. Whether it's 1,352, or 700, or 300, we'll take them all on, and still win. So I'm not too worried about the reinforcements arriving. But what the reinforcements like to do is they like to go down this way with a lot of their Spartan hoplites, their strongest unit. Now sometimes they just go down the middle and send a few units here. Sometimes they send the majority of their reinforcements here. So just in case, about halfway through the battle, I'm going to send units to reinforce here. At the start of the battle, it doesn't really matter what you do there. they won't go there, but you do want to pay attention to that. Now I'm going to have my only cavalry unit and 2 elephant units stand close by to each other, so that they can, their use is going to be just taking down the enemy peltas and other skirmishers, while our infantry does all the heavy lifting, you could say, with the Spartan hoplites. Our general is obviously not going to take part in much of this battle. He might be used to chase down a few enemy units, but we don't want to risk our morale, so he's usually going to be standing in the back. Now, you could use your catapults. I won't stop you. Even if I could, I probably wouldn't. But I like to leave them on the left side, just in case things get hectic here on the front line. I can always use them to torment the enemy back. So what I'm going to do is send 2 of my slinger units up to bother these Spartan hoplite units. Now, I'm not too worried about them engaging my troops, because they won't. They'll be dead before they get a chance. And the only use for the militia hoplites is just to reinforce the flanks and keep the skirmishers safe. But as we see, we have to take opportunities when they're presented. Their skirmishers are open to attack, so we have to attack. Now, because they're trying to flank me, which I'm not too worried about, but I'm going to, just in case, move a few of my troops back so it's easier to surround them, just in case they get close enough. I'm not worried about them engaging my troops, it's just I don't want them to engage my troops yet. As you see there, skirmishers are running out of the safety of Sparta, and they're going to be easy targets. Now what I just have to do is just have my troops surround the enemy and engage them in full-on combat from all sides. Now I want to be careful. Ooh, friendly fire. Just the thing I want to be careful of. But I also want to be careful so their Spartan hoplites don't attack my elephants. Elephants are very vulnerable to spears. And as we see, the engagement was very easily won with this cheesy strategy, with, I believe, no casualties. Very good. An elite Spartan unit went down without us taking any damage, except to the friendly fire of our skirmishers. How nice is that? Oh well, we tried. Now what I'm going to have to do is slightly pull my troops away, because I see that they're moving up. So I'm going to continue forming up this formation. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this formation is just so they're baited into going into the center, engaging here, and then our troops can attack them not only from the flank, but from behind. Perfect. This is so far a very surprisingly easy battle, because their Spartans aren't doing anything to help their skirmishers, and we are just destroying them. And of course, their skirmishers did do some damage to our elephants. But I'm not too worried about this unit of elephants, because this is the weakest unit of elephants we have, and they're not that good. So if we lose this unit, I don't really care, because they don't really help with the overall victory. But what I would like to focus on is having all of my skirmishers open fire upon the Spartan hoplites. The point of that is to weaken them, so by the time they reach our own pikemen, they're not that strong. Because even though this strategy is overpowered, that's why it's a cheesy strategy, we still want to minimize the losses. Now there's 2 ways you can play this strategy. One way is that you micromanage a lot. Now that can take 30 to 40 minutes depending on how much you micromanage. If you micromanage well, the battle might take 30-40 minutes. What you can also do is just press the triple speed button and just rush through the battle using this strategy. You will still win, but you might end up with, instead of 80, you might get 400 casualties. It'll still be a heroic victory nonetheless. It's just depending on how many men you want to save. And as we see, look how many we have killed with their Spartan hoplites just here. And we haven't even engaged in hand-to-hand combat as we are planning to with this very strong strategy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 units just for now. Later on I'm going to send a few more. But just have 2 units for now stand and guard there, seeing their cavalry moving up. Which, it shouldn't be worrying, but this is Rome Remastered. Heavy cavalry is the strongest unit you could possibly have. Well, not really, but I've seen heavy cavalry absolutely destroy 4 levy pikemen units, which are these units. 4 of them, absolutely, and then withstand an elephant charge, these guys. And then have to be flanked by my strongest units before they actually fall. I'm going to engage their cavalry with my elephants. I just don't want to worry about it. And the faster we take out their general, the faster their morale is going to drop. And the faster we get that done, well, the faster we get victory. Why fight if your general's dead? The guy who's telling you how to fight. And as we see here, this strategy is working so far very well. We've nearly destroyed this entire unit here with 1 casualty. Yeah, 1. And boom, they're routing. And now, I wasn't paying too much attention, so I didn't fully surround them, but we got that surround, and we're going to fully wipe out that unit. Now, a vital part to this strategy... Sorry, I'm just going to move my elephant, seeing that their cavalry is backing out and their reinforcements are getting quite close. A vital part to this strategy is always moving up. After every single engagement, you just have to move up. The point of this is to put more pressure on them, and then have more spears in a single area, which is easier for you to take them on. Now, seeing as we've basically destroyed their garrison, I'm going to move these 4 units back, something I would normally only do if I knew the enemy was going to send a lot of their reinforcements to that spot. But I just played this historical battle, and not only did they charge heavy cavalry, but they sent their entire reinforcement of Spartan hoplites down this way, and my 2 levy pikemen units weren't enough. So I might be over preparing, but it's worth the risk. Well, it's not really the risk, it's over preparing. Stopping the risk. Those are just 2 pelts. Take them. Why did I tell you to run? And then run over my men. Now I'm going to have 1 unit of slingers to guard that area so they can support with. They're really... Okay, wow. We need to send in our cavalry to take this out. That's very vulnerable. It's just skirmishers with no protection. Oh no, they're here. Okay, well, we didn't take advantage of that. That's fine. So as you see, they're slowly starting to move units up. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to start another cheesy strategy. It's just completely surrounding the enemy from every corner. Now this battle can be with some ease too, won without any of these cheesy strategies if you really want to brag, but we're here for a victory with minimal casualties. We're playing this as if this is reality. We don't want to lose 400 men, we want to lose 0 or 80 in this case. I'm just using 80 because I once had a very good battle here, and 80 was the number of casualties I used to take. Which still is a few, realistically, but it's just a game. As you see, their units are routing, so we're going to take them out and wait for their reinforcements to arrive at our front line. Now, as I expected, they're sending some units down, but they're not sending... Oh, because their reinforcements haven't gotten here fully. Okay. So, perfect, they're going to run right into us. Nice. Well, let's get flanking. No, I'm just being very careful of friendly fire. Friendly fire is a very serious issue. I'm going to use my militia hoplites to block this off, so we don't get flanked ourselves. Now the point of having these slingers here is to weaken any hoplites or enemy troops that are trying to flank us, and these guys are just extra security so the enemy doesn't break out. And as you see, no casualties with this engagement. This is truly a powerful strategy. Alright, we can pull back. Now, I'm taking my time because I want to try and show you that 80 casualties as a minimum is definitely possible. But you can definitely run this entire battle 20 minutes or even less with the same strategy, or maybe an even better one. I just find this strategy very effective, and I thought, why not share it? But enough talking about me, let's get back to the main fight you all came to see. I'm going to speed up a little bit because there isn't currently much action, but I'm going to have my cavalry stand here in the middle, just to guard, in case we want to chase someone down left or right side. So now it's just of how you choose to proceed. Do you want to wait? Ooh, oh no. I'm very worried about them having heavy cavalry, 2 units of them, because the generals, like I mentioned earlier, heavy cavalry is very powerful. And even if they run full speed at my levy pikemen, they're not going to withstand it. So now it's just a matter of how do you want to play it. Do you continue using this cheesy strategy to surround the enemy as they slowly and eventually move out, or do you push forth and crush your enemies? I'm going to slow down soon, because they're trying to engage us from both sides. Now I expected more Spartan hoplites to go down this way, but they're still sending a sizable force. Now I'm just having my phalanx pikemen, my strongest pikemen, just engage the enemy troops here, and have my militia hoplites to make sure we don't get flanked. Now this here isn't going too well. Well, we're still taking minimal casualties and we're surrounding them, but unfortunately, they're not behind our spears. They're in hand-to-hand combat, you could say. So we took maybe 1 or 2 casualties. Still isn't that much, but it was avoidable. Now we're just going to get back information as we wait for the next unit. We can speed up the time because at this point when the enemy has lost, a lot of their force. We've lost 5%. They've lost 59% of their troops. They're not going to be very openly aggressive as they were before. They're still going to attack us. Oh no, friendly fire. I was going to say, oh yes, they're still going to attack us. But not on the scale as we saw earlier with all of their troops. Now what I'm going to do is, seeing as this left side is quite unprotected, I'm going to send one of my phalanx pikeman unit to assist on the right side because these guys are very strong. But I'm also going to make a big push forth. Now the purpose of this is to force the enemy to fall back a bit, but also so we can try and surround them easier. This has truly been a massacre against them. Okay, you've got plenty of ammunition. Good. Good, they're running again. So far, this is a very successful battle. And surprisingly, we've destroyed the majority of their force. And we're only 20 minutes into the video. Now that is surprising. Normally it'd be 25 minutes in at this point. Maybe even 30 minutes. So we're actually doing ahead of schedule. We're doing really well. Going to move a bit closer so it's faster for us to surround them. Now what I don't like what I did here is that I have them in such a long line. They should be in a compacted position. So they're more concentrated in the battle. More concentrated. Their spears are more concentrated in the area, so it's... Where are you going? Why are you going all the way up there? Come back. Ah, well, I wanted to push forward. That's fine. You go here. Alright, let's push them back. Now I'm worried about that heavy cavalry. I would send my elephants in to just go and deal with them. But I know that there's Spartan hoplites at the end waiting for us. Actually, my levy pikemen are holding up quite well right now. I might not need to send some phalanx pikemen to assist them. So far, this is going quite well. I like it. See, it's very hard with this battle to position your troops. That might have been just a bad camera angle, but... So, as you see, they're not really pulling back, but they're becoming more cautious of their actions. Now here we can just speed up the time as they're not really doing that much. Yeah, they're moving back a bit more. So we're going to try and... You know what, just attack them. We're going to try and play more aggressively now as we've got the advantage, you could say. Not only do we have numbers, we may be out of ammunition for our slingers, but that's fine. We have greater numbers and this shouldn't be that hard of a battle at this point. But what I would like to do... Oh, no, I don't want my light infantry getting engaged. No! That's fine, they're just militia hoplites. Nothing too important. I'm deciding whether to send all of my boys in. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go all in. Let's slow down time though so I don't rush it too much. Oh, we actually broke through them. We lost a lot of the militia pikemen as was expected, but that's what I get for leaving my light infantry to engage with their strongest units. And now it's just a game of cat and mouse, just a matter of chasing down the enemy. No, I want to engage here so that they can't retreat and reinforce there. So that I can send my elephants in, clear up their heavy cavalry. Now, I am a bit concerned because they do have still a few Spartan hoplites. They may be exhausted, so it's going to be easier to kill them because they've been running back and forth. They've been running drills. They're ready to fight us. But there's still some threat. They are stronger than our levy pikemen, so I want to be cautious of them. Now what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to put pressure upon the center. Oh no. Oh no, heavy cavalry. I'm trying to put pressure on the center, but also I'm trying to make this cheesy formation where we're trying to surround them easily. I really need to run my elephants in. Because they're having a lot of their troops falling back now. Let's reorganize you guys. Come on, that's information. Man, this guy's really putting up a fight. He didn't do anything, but... Now, I could stand on the center, but I'm a bit concerned because I don't want to attract the attention of the heavy cavalry without my elephants on standby here. Which is something we may have done. Unintentionally. Oh, there's still a Spartan here. We better take him out. Are we really just taking these guys, hitting them in the back? And no way, we're hitting them in the back and they don't care. That's not something you see every day. Guess they practiced too much. They got too tired preparing for the fight. Okay, that cavalry's getting close. I normally would not be concerned about cavalry going towards pikemen, but that's heavy cavalry. Pikemen mean nothing to cavalry. Spears are not. They're just target practice. Well, not target practice. What I'm trying to do is now I'm just trying to get a formation moving. Well, not really moving, formed. So I can flank them. Where are you guys walking? I said run. Okay, good. Their cavalry's kind of good. Uh-oh. That's fine. We basically won the battle. A few extra casualties don't really matter. Why are you not running? Please, their cavalry's here. Fine, you get to fight and go. Run at them. Oh, now you're running. Oh boy. There's not really information. Now they're going to question what these elephants are doing. Just get rid of that cavalry. I don't care how many of them you run. Get rid of that cavalry. Alright. Wow, we took a lot of casualties. That's what happens when you are in pikeman formation against Sparta. Got a flanking here without my permission. That's fine. Okay. No. I don't know if that's good or bad. They're engaging the cavalry, but they're stuck against spears too. It's actually doing pretty good. Those are just militia hoplites. They might get it done. Nice. I might never have to worry about heavy cavalry in this battle again.
Slain, and now his men fear us. It is
Perfect.
time to press the attack.
Good. Hit them. I would still want to avoid contact with their cavalry, but I don't hit my own elephant. Okay, not back away. Back away. Elephants, please take them out. Very good. You're such good pikemen. Uh-oh. 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 We're starting to lose elephants. I told you heavy cavalry was strong. They're taking down our elephants. 3 elephants down. Now that might have been partly because of... And they're chasing them. Now I thought that was part of the militia hoplites, but no. Cavalry's chasing elephants now. Like I said, that smaller unit of elephants that we originally had, it didn't really matter if they routed or not, it was just how many skirmishers we took down how quickly. It wouldn't really affect
slain, and now his men fear
how well
us.
the battle
It is time to press the attack.
how well the battle went. And as you see, this is clearly a victory. They have 5 soldiers left and both of their generals dead, and I don't think 5 soldiers can defeat 894. There we go, victory.
The enemy army is in flight. Pursue them. Drive them from the battlefield.
Oh, let's continue. Well, then let's chase them down. Well, that's how to win the second historical battle, the Siege of Sparta, with a very cheesy strategy. I would like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you watching all. I would hope to see you all watching the next video.
Victory is complete.
Thank you. We still took quite a few casualties. I guess it's because we engaged the Spartan Hoplites without being in phalanx formation. Oh well, I'll learn next time. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you beat this historical battle yourself. Goodbye.